Hey guys, it's Maria with Meet Me at Zero, and I want to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to my YouTube channel, for the conversations, for the prayers, for the love, for the support. Oh my gosh, what a season we are in. Meet Me at Zero, I just want to give you a perspective, a different outlook in life. Corona. If you haven't watched my videos, I always suggest that you do. I had a unique upbringing, and it's the reason that I look at life in a different way. I'm a little red. I was a little emotional a moment ago. I was praying in my car. Hot flashes. I am not oily. I'm not sweating. I just exfoliated. I have that glow. And so I wanted to talk about Corona today, but before I go into this, I just wanted to give you a little glimpse if you haven't heard my other videos. I thank God every day for my upbringing, and I share memes and I share stuff funny since Corona started, because I have learned that life is seasons. The Bible says there's a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to work, a time to rest. And while I can laugh, I'm going to laugh and ride it, and because our time is coming to cry, and we're going to be there. We're going to get there regardless. And growing up, when I'm reading all these posts since this started, we tend to be a society of complainers in America. We take for granted the goodness and the blessing of God. We call ourselves this Christian nation, and we just talk so much foolishness. We really do. But it is about the fruits. It really is about what the world outside of us see. And if you didn't know, this is the first time watching this video, I am one of 10 children. I'm the second oldest. We grew up in Puerto Rico, and we ate the same thing every day. Every Saturday, and I'm saying it just so you think, every Saturday, our lunch was either tuna fish or hot dogs on fresh bread. Every Sunday, it was pancakes, or the Kellogg's cornflakes with no sugar. We never had fresh milk in my house. We used Carnation evaporated milk to have cereal. There's 12 of us. We had very thin pancakes. We only had Kool-Aid. Not soda, not milk, Kool-Aid on Saturdays. And during the week, we would sometimes eat the same thing 2 days. And on the third day, if we didn't have any meat, we would have white rice, some beans, and a fried egg, or plantains, avocado, because we had those outside. Now, one time that my brothers that I ever remember, and Corona has done that for me, putting life into perspective. Never did I ever hear any of my brothers, or even I remember myself, ever complaining about eating the same food. We didn't have any snacks. We bought ice. My mom and dad, when they went shopping, they would buy ice cream once a month, usually a half-a-gallon box that they split between 12 of us. We never went on vacation. We never went out to eat. We didn't go to the mall. We didn't wear any brand clothes. We were poor. I love the kitchen, so I was always paying attention, and I'm a great cook, and I can make anything with flour and oil. And while everybody's going crazy in the store, they can't find some stuff, I promise you I'm going to be eating good in the midst of the storm. And I thank God for his goodness. Growing up, we didn't have cookies, we didn't have snacks. We had one TV, it was one radio, and a deck of cards. Parents were very strict. If a hurricane came, we were stuck in the house without power for a week. We ate soup, polenta. We went to sleep. We enjoyed whatever was going on. We went to bed, took a nap. And that prepared us, I think, for what we're going now. So in the midst of me posting memes and stuff, and I've shared on some of my videos, I was literally raised on survival in more ways than one. And I thank God for his goodness and his mercy and our accomplishments. All of us kids, we're thriving. We're doing well. We moved here. We are established, we're doing the American dream. We do what we have to do to help this society. With that said, this country, everything's a tug of war. Everybody wants to be right. We jump on these crazy trends. We make the dumbest crap a trend. Everything's a trend. Everything is a trend. Everything. And if you know me, I am not a trend doer, a trend jumper. I would care less what is out and about. What concerns me is this great alleged Christian nation. And some people will say, oh, it's because abortion and we'll blame everybody. No. And not that I am for or anti-abortion. Because if you're judging it as a sin, we all sin in some measure and we're accountable to God. And God is going to ask me about me and my sins. But he's also going to ask me, what did I do for the planet, the animals? You think if God didn't want the animals here, they would have never been here? Do you think he's okay that they're all gone, that we've killed them, that we've done this to the water, we've done this to the trees in the name of capitalism? We just want bigger and bolder and higher end and dibs. Listen, I bought my townhouse 15 years ago because I had 2 kids living at home. Mom and dad off and on would live with me. Most of my siblings have lived with me in one way or another. Now that I'm older, I just need a 1-bedroom flat, honestly. Bella and I, we just need something small. Because in the end, you are paying more bills, more electricity, more water. Everybody's not in the same stage in life, and that's absolutely okay. What concerns me about this whole corona is that nobody is taking it seriously, because from the get-go, it was treated like it was a joke. And some of us don't read, and we don't listen to different sources of media, and we really don't even pray to be in tune, because God always warns. God always warns. God always warns. He warns us about this. He told Noah, if you're a biblical person, he has warned about everything. And it's up to us whether we hear, we listen, prepare, and adjust. What has Corona done for me? Listen, I've been waiting to work from home and be a dog mom that works from home. And that was granted a few weeks ago, and it's the best darn thing. I get to hang out with my baby. I am home. I am doing my work. What has Corona done for me? For us. I am thankful for the quiet time, for not being out and about, saving in gas. I'm not a big shopper. I am a one household income. I don't have a sugar daddy, a side piece. I pay my own bills, so I've always been on a budget. So when stuff starts happening, I know I have to adjust quickly. I always buy evaporated milk. I always buy beans and stuff. Why? Because of my upbringing. We are acting like the world is coming to an end because we don't have enough of when we really do. And fear and faith struggle. I hear people that are so unappreciative. I hear children that act like brats. Entitled. But are we entitled? Are we passing down those traits of entitlement? Listen, every morning when I lived in my house, we had the same breakfast. Every morning, and I'm repeating it on purpose, every morning we had soda crackers and margarine and a cup of coffee that my dad would line up on the bed, on the table. Every morning. And depending on the age, if you were older, you might get more or less. Every morning we had the same thing. Any other time that I ate something outside of that was when I used to go to my childhood best friend Maribel, and her family exposed me to different food. After church on Sundays, I would go hang out with her and I would eat some other stuff. Every so often, My dad and mom would buy a box of chicken, fried chicken with some fries. That was like $1.25 back in the day. And that's the only thing that we had outside of what we had at home. We didn't grow up with air conditioner, with water heaters, brand anything. And here I'm listening to people go frantic when there's people that actually don't have anything. The fact that we've gotten to the point where we have to let old people go first in the store. It takes Corona. It takes Corona for somebody to be mindful enough to allow the elderly to go into the store, because we only think about ourselves when we're going to these places, cleaning places out. Have you checked on anybody that you know, a single mom? Have you personally checked on someone to make sure they're good? Because if you haven't, you're part of the problem. We believe, we don't believe. Oh, I'm fine, I'm healthy. You know, oh, the politician, these singers, these people are at home giving us concerts, which is awesome. But we don't have their money. Do you eat like they eat? Because I don't know about you, I don't eat like they eat. I have asthma. And I'm never sick. I'm hardly ever sick. But we don't eat like they eat. We don't have the doctors they have. Have you noticed that all these people that we look on TV, they get tested and they know in 24 hours, but us, the commoners, have to wait 5 days? We follow every nutcase, every trend, every dance, every foolishness that pops up. Oh, yeah, everybody's doing it. Let's do it too. Listen, this is a time to adjust our spending. We count too much. And let me just say this without y'all thinking that I am off the rocker radical. We count too much on the government to do right when they are supposed to take care of everybody, not just the people that voted them in the office, but all the constituents. And half the time, they are playing for the same team. And it really is about us against them. If that makes any sense to any of us. We have to look after each other in every sense of the word. The fact that they have to put on a store, only buy one because people are out buying extra, they're selling it on the internet, it is ridiculous. We are in a crisis. Whether you want to believe it or not, we are in trouble. Stay your butt at home. We are putting the people at Walmart at risk. These poor people that we don't want to pay more than $10, $12, that we, and I include myself, that we look like, you work at Walmart. These people are servicing us. Be kind to them. I've seen some of you be rude and entitled. And they are the front line. They're being exposed to us every time we go out and about because we have the need. We can't stay in the house a minute more. Oh God, God forbid, I have to go, I have to leave. Find things to do in your house. Cook with your kids, bake some cookies, clean the closet, organize stuff, put your kids to work. Take a nap with your family. Read to each other. There is so much to be done. Let me just tell you, working from home and the whole Corona thing, I thank God that I'm home with my dog because I think about her every time there's a storm. Anytime something happens, I'm like, okay. The amount of life I get back working from home because I don't have to be stuck in traffic. I'm just thankful that I don't spend more money than I have to, even though I'm always on a budget. I'm grateful that I have enough to buy what I need. I'm grateful. For the people that I check on, for the people that check on me, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that my parents are doing well, that my family, my immediate family is doing well. I check on my family in Puerto Rico. They've been on lockdown for about 2 weeks, I think, or 3. And when I mean lockdown, they locked down. I think they had their first death today. And Puerto Rico, living in Puerto Rico in an island, you better be resilient because hurricane season's coming. You know how to cook from scratch. You know what you need to buy that's going to be long lasting on your shelf. It's a different way of life, and for that I'm thankful. It's hard. This is a season where women have shined bright. For the longest time, companies, they come up with all these things about, no, you can't work from home because you have kids. No, you can't work from home. You have a dog in the back barking. No, you can't work from home. No, no, no. We fight and we fight and we fight. And here we are. A lot of us working from home. I know some of y'all losing your damn mind. You have a baby. You have a homeschooler. You have a husband. You have a cat. You have a dog. You have a house that you have to, and you have to work. Oh, wait, you have to work. Wow. Phenomenal woman we are. After this, we should start a women's movement. Pay us. Pay us. We're resilient. But we also mold the next generation. We also pass traits. Our kids are watching how we manage all this situation. And not that we don't crumble and not that we don't have emotions. Talk to your kids. Get informed. Listen to different angles of this. It's better to be safe than sorry. This is an awesome opportunity to bond with your family. So many of you, I know I've said it before, I'm always at work, I'm working overtime, I'm doing hospice, I'm running around the world like a crazy person. Now I have to pause. Now I have to pause. Now I have to wait on God. Now I have to wait on God to lead us, to protect us, to enlighten us, to wake us up. I don't know which one. Because some of you are acting like nothing's happening, like this is in New York and it's not here. And I'm like, we are in the same continent. You have people that fled from up north down to Florida because they have houses. They didn't care. I'm going to stop everywhere from all the way from New York. We are dismissive of other people, humanity, of who they are, of their needs. And even the animals in a time like this. And some people are like, Maria always got to talk about animals, and these animal people love the animals more than they love the humans. And God had to put that nugget in some of us because some of us are just foolish. This I know. Yes, we're going to answer at some point. If you're a person of faith, you're going to answer to God for your doings. We're also going to answer to God collectively for what we did with the planet, for the animals. If you didn't think again, we're so dismissive. Animals, they're just animals. They don't have souls. They're not saved. If God didn't think enough of them, he would not have created them. And here we've killed all of them. We treat them like crap. We treat them like a business. We treat them like object. And I get some of you have to eat. You kill, you have to hunt. That's great. Don't abuse. Don't. Be mindful. This is a time that we should be united as people. We should be united as people. We should be really thinking about our neighbors. We should be really thinking about, not in panic, but in faith. And I pray every day that God will keep my heart intact and clean, that he gives me clarity, that in the midst of the craziness, I will enjoy my peace and my joy, and that I'm prepared and I'm ready. And that's all we can do. You prepare for the worst. If nothing happens, you know what? Hurricane season is around the corner. Hurricane season is around the corner. But let's be mindful that we do affect other people when we're out and about, when we're dismissive of what's going on because we, know. Because there's going to be a high price to be paid. And this is a moment in history. This is a big, huge lesson. This is a lesson. Oh God, this is a lesson. This is a lesson. Enjoy the time with your family. Talk to your kids about that. This is a hard time. This is hard on kids. They don't understand. This is not normal. It might be our new normal for a long time. Who knows what's going to happen? Do we know the future? We don't. We prepare for the best. We make the best as it comes. And we listen to reason, we listen to facts, and we pray. God always warns, always. Whether we listen, prepare, adjust, is up to us. You have to adjust your budget now, because we don't know what's going to happen with the economy, with the tax bill, with the politicians, and all this dumb foolishness that goes on. And it really does make clear and very transparent who is for the people, who is talking, who cares, is an action, it's not a word. And I guess because I'm in a different generation, I tend to think that sometimes we think as far as where we're at. So if you're single, you're just thinking about yourself. If you have kids, you're thinking about you and your kids. I'm a grandma, so I'm thinking about myself. I'm thinking about my parents. I'm thinking about myself. I'm thinking about my kids. I'm thinking about my kids' kids. And so my scope is a little bit bigger. May this time teach us to show grace, mercy, and compassion. May we be mindful and stop seeing other people as political party, as the enemy, when we're really on the same team. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. And if I hear one more person say, well, the other flu killed more people than this flu, we don't know anything about this flu. Every other day we hear a new story. Every other day. And let me just say, we have regular flu. They put the flu shot out. People don't even get vaccinated. There is a cure for the flu, for most of the strands that we know. We don't know anything about corona. Nothing about corona. Nothing. And we're just taking a risk like, yeah, let's gamble. Really? No, because I don't want to take a combo or a cocktail. I have asthma. I don't know, I'm not claiming anything. I'm taking all my supplements, my vitamin C, my vitamin, staying in my house, keeping my distance even when I walk the dog. Told my parents I'm not coming. I will video chat. And I'm grateful for technology. We have so much now to entertain ourselves, and we still complaining we're bored. How? How does this even happen? I hear people all the time, oh, you meal prep. Are you tired of eating the same food every day? No, this is what I did as a kid. I ate the same food every day. It's food. I don't have a favorite restaurant. No, that's not that serious. And this really is a time of reflection. It is a lesson. It's a collective lesson in America. It really is. This time, I sometimes feel like it's unbelievable, the times that we're living. And it really is a time to pause, to pray, to meditate, to reflect, to adjust your budget, adjust the way you do life, adjust the way you eat, adjust everything. Adjust. Because if you can't exercise, you better adjust your food. And don't be eating everything in the house. And stop going back out to the store. Adjust. Adjust. People say, oh, you're going to die whenever you're supposed to because God knows. Yeah, he knows how we're going to die because we have a say in what we do. We make mistakes. We sin, and he lets us go right down that path as part of our free will. So you can die faster, actually. It's up to you if you take care of yourself or not. That's just my 2 cents in all of this. And I just want to encourage you to pay attention, stay your butt home, find something to do, read some books, do things you never thought you would do, because that's exactly what I'm doing. Today I have my hair in this situation because it's all curly. I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't miss getting my eyebrows done. I'm letting my hair grow out, and I had my nails done over a week ago. And like many of you at the beginning, I was not sure what was going on, but the more that I listened to media, not from the U.S., media outside the U.S., this is something serious, and we really need to pause and consider. So meet me at Zero next week. Be a blessing to someone. Check on your elderly neighbors. Stop going to the store. You don't need more toilet paper. Count your blessings. In the midst of the crazy, what is good in your life, and focus on that. Faith over fear. And not that I don't feel fear. I don't feel fear in some way. But I know who God is. And my faith is stronger than my fear. And sometimes you have to silence the mind to allow God to speak to us, so we can feel his peace, his love, and his mercy. So meet me at 0 next week. Stop the madness. Let's do this together. We should have done this, we should have just shut everything down for 30 days. But we have a governor who also didn't want to shut down because money's more important. Capitalism is more important than people. Really? And I just want to encourage y'all to pray for the doctors that are going to have to make decisions if there is no ventilators, because that seems to be what is trending, and God help those people. Truly. And let's hope that you don't need the assistance of a medical team, because they really are putting their lives on the line every day. They are the new warriors. It's not the military and the cops. It's the police officers and the nurses and the people at Walmart and all these stores you keep going back to that you have no business going back to. None, really. So be a blessing to someone. Know that you're loved and thought of. See you next week. Bye-bye.